based on true events.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of Thoughts from a Balcony. And we have a special guest today, my cousin, Leland Wyrick. Leland Wyrick,
What
go
up,
ahead and,
cuzzo?
tell the people that's listening, what you do, what you like to do in your free time.
In my free time, what I like to do nowadays is make popcorn. That's kind of my labor of love right now.
Okay.
Trying to create a living based off that, doing what I enjoy. So in my spare time, that's what I've been doing the past few weeks is making popcorn, and if I have some time, playing video games. But yeah, those two
Ladies and
things.
gentlemen, you heard it first. This man makes a living by making popcorn, and he loves it. So, with that being said, being said, man, welcome to the podcast, Thoughts from Balcony.
All right,
Popcorn player.
Popcorn player. And
Hey.
today's episode
Oh my God! You know
is
what's
called,
funny?
well, today's episode is titled Black Movies That We Grew Up On. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and
Tell to the OG.
Yeah, we're going to give it to the OG, man. Let the OG go ahead and, kind of walk y'all through some of the movies that he was, raised up on. And then we'll share our movies, our most memorable movies growing up as,
Okay.
young melanated men. All right, Leland, take it away, Playboy.
I would say, the first movie that really affected me in an interesting way, and this might be before y'all time though, because with all the technological advances and everything, you can damn near watch a movie in the size of a movie in your house. But back in the days when I was coming up, you was able to enjoy a movie on a 13-inch TV. 5 of us crowded around in the living room watching a big 13-inch with the big ass antennas.
Yeah.
Um,
Bunny ears, yeah.
and didn't have streaming. Didn't even have. I think HBO might have been in its infancy at the time. But what we used to watch, there was a closed circuit box called Channel Z.
Okay.
So my first movie was Car Wash. That was the first black movie that really affected me in a positive way, in terms of, wow, this is one thing. I was like, man, what am I watching? Because I was young. I had to be no more than maybe 7 or 8 years old or around that time, and just listening to them talk, how they joke, how it was just a single day at a car wash, and they made that shit so fun. You thinking like, I want to grow up to work in a car wash. That's
Right.
how good the movie was. And then of course, you had some of the famous black icons like Richard Pryor,
Yeah. Legend.
the Pointer Sisters, and a few others. And did you know that movie influenced, if you watch Friday, that was the blueprint for the first Friday movie?
Really, I did not know that.
Yep, just that whole concept of being at one location and just one day in the life of wherever you are. Because so they was on the porch on Friday for the most part. Everything took place on the porch. And
they didn't really leave that porch.
I didn't even thought about that till now.
Nah,
Yeah.
like I said,
Well,
man, we got this is the OG right
I
here,
never
man.
thought about that.
This is the OG right here. Like, he know his shit. So this is why we got him on today. Shout out to Cuz, man. We appreciate you coming on the pod.
Snap the cuz.
Yes, sir, skis. So let me ask you this. Like, what from that movie, like, what stuck out to you the most when you were watching that on that that 13-inch TV in the living room? Like any memorable moments from that movie?
Yeah, several. There were a couple of sequences through the movie that Richard Pryor playing Daddy Rich as the preacher, and he has some memorable lines on that. And see, now I'm showing my age, but I'm also revealing that I hadn't watched it in a while, so now I got to go back and watch it because it's
Yeah.
one of those routines that we all remembered as a kid because it was so damn funny. But at the same time, I used to be like, man, this dude a preacher, but this dude ain't no damn preacher. He a shyster. But you know, I'm saying it struck me. It struck me as memorable as that dichotomy of some of our pastors, how how they very charismatic and about that money,
Yeah.
Second one was, and this is kind of a tie-in, a nod that Friday did when Craig first saw what's her name, Nia Long, when that song came on, the Rolls Royce, I Want to Get Next to You.
Yeah.
That was taken directly from Car Wash.
Really?
Yeah.
See, man,
Yeah.
I'm learning some shit that
Yeah.
never even knew about today.
Yeah, and that was the first time I heard that song as a kid. I was just like, man, that song sounds so smooth, and the vocals and everything. And I was like, I think we might have watched that movie like every time it came on Channel Z. We watched that movie to death. That's probably why I ain't seen it in 30 years because I watched it so much when I was a kid. So very, very impactful, very, very memorable. And
So-
that's just two.
Yeah.
It's a dozen memorable moments in that.
What year was that when that movie came out?
Ooh, good question. Good question.
In the 80s?
70s, I would say.
Definitely mid 70s. If you
Mid-
got a
70s,
second,
okay.
I can pull that up. I can pull that up. Let me see.
Is that because I'm thinking
Maybe 70, maybe 75, 76. I don't know.
so now is that so you've seen The Wash, right, with Snoop and Dre, right?
That's another one that was directly inspired
That's
by. Yeah.
see, yeah. I figured as much. That's why I was gonna ask you next, because I've seen that, and I'm sure a lot of us.
To The Wash?
Yeah, The Wash with Snoop and Dr. Dre.
76 is when it came out.
1976. Okay, yeah, it was heavily inspired by the one that my cousin used to watch. But yeah, if you get a chance, you definitely got to check it out because The Wash came out it came out in the 90s, right?
Yeah, the early 90s,
Early
mid
90s.
90s, 96 somewhere.
Kind of the same concept as like Friday, how they basically spend their whole day at the car wash,
I've heard of, I never seen it. I've seen
Yeah.
like previews of it.
and then they'll leave for a little bit, and it's a good movie. Yeah, that was an awesome movie. I watched that so many damn times. But yeah, so how do you feel? Let me ask you this: how do you feel about some of the black movies that are out currently? Like, what's the most recent black movie that you've seen that kind of inspired you, and that keep you know what I'm saying? Because you obviously you write,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That keeps you inspired. Like, okay, like this is really intriguing. So, like, what movie would you say like currently is inspiring to you?
Man, that's almost I wouldn't say that's a rhetorical question. But that's a question that I could Sinners, hands down.
Sinners.
Yeah. Sinners.
They gotta watch that.
Hands down.
I don't know.
That-
A lot of people say that. Like, I was seeing like a lot of slander for that movie online, like when it first came out. I don't understand why, because I thought it was a great ass movie.
Well,
Overrated.
it's one of those movies that's layered on so many different levels. You almost have to watch that Joker 5 or 6 times just to kind of dive deeper into what he's trying to say. And one of the things that I noticed the divide was through some of our churchgoers that go to certain churches, Pentecostal denominations. it's specifically, the feedbacks I used to get from them was like, well, not used to, but that I got from them from that movie when I asked a couple of my friends, like it's demonic, and I'm like, what do you mean by demonic? I mean, it's about, vampires play an element into it, so it has some aspect of that. It's not a, that going into it, you know what I'm saying? And the message was not about that per se. It was, to me, I took it as though it talks about the transcendence and the magic power, the spiritual, the power of music, of good music, and how it transcends race, color, creed, religious affiliations, nationalities, all of that. And it had several sequences that supported that belief. So the demonic aspect, I kind of was taken aback on it, because I was like, well, I didn't really see that. I mean, it's still an entertaining movie. It still blended 2 or 3 different genres so smoothly.
Yeah.
It was almost like 2 or 3 movies all at once. The first half was building everything, building the characters, made you care about the characters. Each character had a story that compelled you,
Yeah, their own unique story. Yeah.
their own unique story. And that could have been a movie by itself before the vampires even showed up. And to be able to pull off something like that is a testimonial to great filmmaking, because as you know now, that movie's going to go down as one of the greatest movies ever made, in my opinion. And I'm not the only one. I mean, and as far as the critical acclaim, 16 Oscar nominations, and even if it wins a quarter of those, that's still an achievement. That's a hell of that's a groundbreaking movie to me, in my opinion. I hope I didn't over answer that, but yeah.
No. You hit the nail on the head with that one. Yeah, it's I thought it was a great movie, man. And like you said, there were so many different unique stories, and they all kind of blended in together. And like you said, they could have did something solely just off of, everyone else's story before the vampires even came in. You know what I'm saying? So like that whole demonic aspect, like I don't really understand that. People just too woke. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Yeah.
they don't have really no substance behind, what they're saying when they say, "Oh, it's demonic." Okay, well, explain to me why it's demonic, and then they really just kind of give you a runaround answer. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, when I heard it was like about vampires, I was like, another vampire movie. I'm like, I'll watch that.
Yeah,
But now I heard more about it. Like, I don't watch it.
it's a lot deeper than that. Yeah, for sure.
Man.
Yeah, man, it was an awesome movie, man. So for all you listeners that's listening in right now, if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. So yeah, so with that being said, like, what other movies, like it can be from, this era or, the 90s or the early 2000s that
Okay.
that had a
Okay.
true impact on you.
Let's see, since we kind of maybe let's try it maybe decade by decade or something. 80s, well, it's a few of those that and even in the 70s, we skipped a lot of the black exploitation movies that were pivotal, like your Superflies and your Foxy Browns, and those we could tell a story about that. But 80s, one, I would say, I'm just gonna pick one because it's several that I can go off on a tangent on, but I would say one that affected me, and it has a connection to what I'm trying to do now and been trying to do for a long while. The movie is called Hollywood Shuffle.
I never heard of it.
Never heard of it?
Hollywood
It
Shuffle?
was, yeah, Hollywood Shuffle. Hollywood Shuffle. You need to see that, brother, today.
Hey,
Today. And
Right
and I'm
now.
gonna tell and I'm explaining why. Because it's the debut, it was the debut of Keenan Ivory Wayans, Damon Wayans, Robert Townsend, Witherspoon. No, it wasn't his debut because he's been an OG,
Heavy hitters.
Yeah, heavy hitters. and a few others, and that was that was the starting point for all of them. Of course, Robert Townsend, he did Five Heartbeats. That's another one.
That's my shit.
Five Harveys.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
We used to walk around
yeah. So
school singing every song,
That's a
yeah, so
classic.
you
doing all the
gotta,
moves and everything.
my office hours from 5 from 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or one of those. But yeah, but Hollywood Shuffle was was kind of like the launch pad for a lot of some of our famous personalities. Definitely Keenan and Damon and Weatherspoon and a few others. But what was pivotal to me, I guess, in what I'm trying to do as a filmmaker. He made that movie with his own money, maxed out all his credit cards. It was an independent production; it wasn't financed by any studio, and they all gathered their money together and the best talent that they could come up with and made a classic movie. Man, it's groundbreaking just for the idea of an independent project like that, and it opened a lot of doors.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
heard about that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to tap in with you again and have you give me that because I need to. You do you own it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to slide
And
through and
and
what I'm saying,
another
grab
reason,
that so I can check it out.
I don't mean to cut you off, but another reason you got to see that is because it's got some crazy ass one-liners and that I know you would appreciate.
Man, who don't like one-liners, man? I love one-liners. That's sometimes that'd be the best part of the movies.
Yep,
Some one-liners, yeah. For
it's
sure.
got a ton of them.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely got that slide through and grab that. Yeah.
What's your take on you're saying Breaking?
Breaking, the movie with the People's Cat, Mario Van Peebles.
I know it's about
Look it
it's
up.
about breakdancing.
Yeah. I
Is it
saw
that?
that. That was
Yeah.
kind of like
That's
that.
fine.
Was
It was
it
like the late 80s.
late 80s? That came out around Beach Street because that was one that was Beach Street and yeah, Breaking. Breaking is a
Ozone
classic.
and Turbo.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
looking it up now. It says it's a thriller drama film starring
No,
John.
no, you spelled it wrong.
Oh,
Basically, this lady. She was like a jazz dancer, and she met these two breakdancers in the streets, and they all came together to like form this group
yeah.
to battle like in a street dance competition.
Turbo and Ozone. When I was talking about Van Peebles, I was thinking about this movie called Rappin'. That movie was whack as fuck, but it came out around the same. It came out around the same time. You know, Breaking was the seminal. The Breaking and Beach Street. Those two were the movies that really expanded hip hop.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of that one. I'm gonna have to check
Yeah.
that one out.
My
Yeah.
favorite scene was with Turbo was dancing. He was sweeping. He
Oh,
took the broom
of course.
and
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, with it.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
y'all know something I don't know because I had never even heard of that movie.
That's a classic.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you better get you a list, brother. Shoot.
I know.
Hollywood.
Hey, look,
Hollywood Shuffle, Breaking.
I'm slacking like a motherfucker.
Beach Street. Beach Street's another one.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely gotta do my homework because, like I said, I never heard of that one. He just mentioned Breaking.
Yeah, it's two parts to it: Breaking 1 and Breaking 2.
Yeah.
And what year this?
Breaking 2, Electric
Like the
Boogaloo.
late 80s. That's probably why. I was just like 1 year old or something like that. Well, no,
You say 1 year.
I was.
You say 1 year.
1 years. No, I wasn't 1 year old. I was probably like maybe if it's late 80s, and yeah.
But I didn't see it till like the early 90s though.
Yeah, Breaking that came out in 1984, the first one. And I think 2 might have came out a year or 2 afterwards. Yeah. And yeah, Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. I think that one's way better than part 1.
But yeah.
In my opinion.
See, now
No,
I feel left out because y'all talking about a movie I don't know shit about.
Well,
What creeped me out most when they was marching down the street.
Yeah.
They had those big old like statue things.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was part 2. Yeah, those big old statue things. That shit creeped me out.
I haven't seen neither one of those in so long. And what I remember about the first one was what you were saying earlier about Turbo, that when he was popping and stuff and
Mhm.
doing that. Yeah, that was a classic scene right there. That in the song that was playing when he was doing it.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this, Leland. So it doesn't matter which movie, which black movie. So out of all like the black movies you have seen that you were raised on, like which film taught you something your parents didn't say out loud?
Ooh, that's heavy.
Remember, any it doesn't matter, any movie. Something that comes to mind.
Something that comes to mind. Say that again. Say that again. What was the question?
So it was which film taught you something your parents didn't say out loud?
Shit, there's a whole bunch of those.
You can just give us one.
Didn't say out loud. Damn, that's a tough question. I guess I think I might be overthinking that one. Because it's a lot of I would say maybe Scarface.
Scarface.
Yeah, and that might be taking us out of the whole, what we're talking about as far as black films.
Yeah.
But
So
Scarface.
why'd you choose Scarface?
Well, it just kind of taught me that there's a dark side to success in America. Yeah. Even though it approached it from the aspect of selling drugs and all that, but it still had still had a message, as we know now, that even the music industry, there's a lot of, even in the film industry, there's just a real dark aspect of achieving success in America. And my parents did well. My father, he wasn't really around at that time, but my mother, she did, she had a concept of some degree of success because she was out there hustling, not on that level, but she didn't tell me that. Shit, man, it's it's a heavy price to pay. It's a heavy price to pay. Some of the things I learned watching that movie in terms of hustling and selling product and
Not all money is good money.
right, not all money is good money. Definitely. Yeah, you said that better than I could say it right now. Yeah, not all money is good money. So yeah, but I watch that movie every year though, because it's even though despite that part of it, it's a really good, really great story.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I haven't seen Scarface in a while, but yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, man, this is why we got the OG on the podcast, man, because he's breathing life into y'all. A lot of these movies that he's talking about, I haven't even heard of. So.
Well, I hope you heard of Harlem Nights.
Oh yeah, I heard of Harlem Nights. I would literally walk out right now had I said no. I would have got up and be like, all right, yeah, I'm done. I'm going home. But yeah, I would say, man, like for me, there's a lot of them, man. Like Friday, it didn't really I mean, I guess it did influence me. I guess it influenced me to fucking get a job. Like, damn, I don't want to be like Craig. This motherfucker sitting on the damn stoop smoking weed with smoking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it taught me not to be lazy and lethargic. But all in all, it was a good movie, man. The whole concept behind it and shit. So I loved it. But that one was a heavy influence too. I would say. What else? Oh, The Wood. The Wood. It taught us friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything under the sun, man, that you can possibly think of. That it was all intertwined into that one movie, and it was just a all around good ass movie, man.
Yeah.
Like I love The Wood. And then you got shit like Dead Presidents. What else? Juice. Like all of these are like heavy hitters, and you know they kind of favored in the black community, I would say, right?
Yeah, definitely,
Like, oh,
definitely.
you ain't seen that, man? You really black? You know what I'm saying? Like
That
that's
shit be pissing me off.
yeah, like like damn, just because I ain't seen a movie, you want to take my black card? Like, come on now, easy, fella. All right, like it ain't that damn deep, but
No,
yeah,
no.
just like I said, Juice taught us, power, peer pressure, and how fast respect can turn deadly, right?
No.
Bishop, crazy motherfucker. Bishop was crazy.
Yeah.
You got Boys in the Hood, fatherhood, environment, and choices. Menace to Society, that was a really good one too. I love that one.
Ooh.
Cycles, trauma, and consequences and all that. Love Jones. You seen Love Jones? Yeah. Yeah, Love
I
Jones.
think I've seen it once though, but I never.
Black love, vulnerability. You know what I'm
Class-
saying? It's just, the list
classic
just
date.
goes on and on and on. So
Classic date movie for sure.
if you can give me your top 5 greatest black movies of all time, doesn't matter, how you rank them, just top 5. I need your top 5.
And people don't get mad at him.
No,
Put
we don't
me-
need nobody
This is
getting
his
mad at.
top 5.
Can't get mad at the OG.
Put me on the spot. I should have had you field that question to me before we got on there so I could have it.
You on the spot now, player.
Yeah, it's hard to do a top 5. But I'm kind of cheat a little bit because I feel like I gave you 3 already.
Yeah.
So we gonna add 2 more. Malcolm X.
Oh, that was a good one too.
Malcolm X and Training Day.
Training Day.
Ooh.
So Malcolm X, Training Day. Got Denzel Washington, and
Yeah.
both Denzel Washington and Malcolm X and Training Day. You got
Sinners, Car Wash, and Hollywood Shuffle.
Hollywood. Okay. Now is Hollywood suffering?
Shuffle.
Hollywood Shuffle.
Yeah, Hollywood
Okay,
Shuffle.
okay. I'm hearing shuffling. I'm getting
Oh,
old. I
yeah.
just turned 40. Excuse my ears. Arthritis setting in, all that shit, man. Like, damn. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah, man, that's a solid ass list. Like Denzel's one of my favorite actors. I love Denzel, man. Like, all of his movies. He just puts so much. He makes the shit look so fucking easy, and I just don't understand it. Like, if you watch him, it's like, I don't know. It's just it's kind of hard to explain because when you watch him, he makes shit look so effortless.
What's the one he did? It was like based in I want to say 50s or 60s, and he was talking to his son in the backyard, like, "Do you love me?"
Fences?
Huh?
Fences?
Say it again.
Fences.
Yes. Let
With
me pull it
Viola
up so we
Davis.
can,
He was like, his son, like, "Do you like me?"
Yeah, Fences.
was-
That's what
yeah.
it is.
That was a good ass movie.
Denzel
Yeah,
Washington,
yeah.
man.
That was.
He can't make no
that
bad
was-
movies.
Fuck no, he can't.
No. Malcolm X and Training Day.
Yeah, Fences,
Those.
yep. It was Fences. Okay.
Yeah. Those two can kind of show you his range.
His
Yeah.
range is so fucking unlimited.
Ain't it?
It's so unlimited. And it's like he can play any fucking role. But I think my favorite role that he plays is when it's like something, something serious.
John Q.
John Q, Man on
Okay.
Fire. That was a really
Okay.
good one. I love
Okay.
that one. Safe House too. Oh my God.
Did you have any of you seen Macbeth?
I'm not.
Who?
Macbeth. He
Mick-
did
You said
he
Macbeth?
did, Macbeth.
Macbeth.
Where that?
Who
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Who's
it's
when
a
did
Shakespeare.
that come out?
It came out like maybe 3 years ago.
I've never even heard of it. You said Macbeth, right?
Yeah, it's based on a classic Shakespeare play.
2015
And-
war drama.
Yeah, no. Well, it might, yeah, it might be. I'm trying to pull up some information on it for you now. Because it came out in I want to say 2021, 2023. I watched it during COVID, so it might have been 2020.
When I pulled up, it says Macbeth 2015 cast. Is that the same one?
No.
No. Oh, see, I'm way off.
Actually, I could be wrong though, because it's either Macbeth or it's the other one he did. The tragedy. Yep, the tragedy of Macbeth. Yep, it was 2021.
Oh, so it's called The Tragedy of Macbeth.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the range on that. I mean, he plays. Because I guess I don't know if Macbeth was a Moor back in that time, but he might have been. I don't know. Yeah, I think he was a white guy, a white noble or something. But his range is so unlimited. He can play other nationalities and different, characters that were meant for other nationalities and make it his own. That's a really good. That's a really good movie that gives you an idea of his range or how he can just play any freaking thing. Yeah.
Man, we learning some shit today. All right, Tori, go ahead and let us know what your top 5 is.
My top
No
5.
particular order, my guy.
I'm about to go with Temptations,
Temptations.
5 Heartbeats.
5 Heartbeats.
I guess I'll go with Juice,
Juice. Okay.
Menace to Society,
Miss Society.
and
Kane. Kane.
It's always that last one that get you hung up.
Yeah.
Space Jam.
Space Jam?
That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The first one, right?
Yep.
Because they did a couple of them later, didn't they?
Yeah, that's the one with LeBron James.
Yeah, the one with Michael Jordan. I remember that.
Just one with LeBron James.
I got a question for you, Torian. I got a question for you. What are some of your favorite lines in Menace to Society?
Yeah, you gonna make me think.
Or maybe some of your favorite scenes. Maybe if you don't have any lines,
It's so long.
I guess the one.
It's been so long since I seen the movie.
I put you on the spot.
Yeah, you see, that's on the spot because it's been a minute. Like when I tell you it's been a minute, and I own the movie. It's been a minute since I last seen it.
I guess everybody's favorite part, the store scene.
Yeah, that's gotta be
the store scene.
That's gotta be it.
My favorite part is was old boy Clifton Powell. God, I can't even think of his name, but he was like he told he had this white dude at his house, and I guess he was giving him some information on stolen car. And he was like, somebody was cooking in there. He was like, man, why don't you throw me some ice with some grits? I'm hungry in the motherfucker.
Hey, just like black people. With some fucking food.
Throw me some ice with some grits. I'm hungry in the motherfucker. and as you know, he's known for his crazy lines like that in Friday, as what's his character name? Pinky. Yeah, Pinky.
Yeah, Pinky.
Yeah.
See, that's the most that's Fridays is a more like for me that resonate with me a lot more because as far as like kind of depicting what my favorite scene is I've seen it so many times and shit. So it's like there's so many scenes in that damn movie, like the Pinky scene. Just
Right,
him
right.
snapping, say it one more time. You know what I'm saying? That scene, and then especially when Chris Tucker was taking the shit, and then Watch Out came walking up. He's like, hey man, between me and you, man, I'll clean all that shit up for you for $2. Man, get the hell on, man.
Yeah.
So there's
I
a
ain't
lot.
gonna tell nobody else.
You be eating corn? It's a lot of a lot of scenes in that movie, man, that that I can kind of depict on.
Well, you already
my
know
favorite
my favorite
scenes.
line.
Hold on, what's your favorite line?
Shut up for a second like I did this bitch. Debo.
My grandma gave me that chain. What chain?
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes when they were going to the store He was pulling up, his car backfired and fucking Ezel took off running.
Yeah,
He was trying to get that bitch. He was trying to put it in park. All that damn black smoke coming out of it and shit.
He fucking, the car started going, he put his foot out, trying to stop it.
God damn. God damn. Yeah.
Fucking Debo, man. Debo was a fucking trip, man, too, man. I love him, man. Fucking, you want some of this too, old man? No. Motherfucker.
No.
R.I.P. Debo.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. Man. Tiny Lester, man. He's
Yeah, Tiny and
Debo,
Witherspoon,
man.
Pops. R.I.P. to him too.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. But yeah. I think I would
what's
have.
her? What's your favorite? Let's go top 5.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that, man.
Go top
We're gonna
5.
get into that, man. I know one of them is well, we kind of like touched on all of them, like you said it. So Juice was brought up, so that's one. I love Juice. Higher Learning, that's another one.
Oh.
I know you remember Higher Learning.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah.
Higher Learning is one. I probably would have to say Malcolm X. Let's see what else. We're gonna go with Menace to Society. The Dead President's in there too.
Oh.
Yeah. But see, I can do a top 10 too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
Easy. 20.
Easy.
But yeah,
Easy.
Dead Presidents was a good one too. That one was that one taught you, like you go rob something, you go rob an establishment, you might not make it out alive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there'll be some
Right.
consequences behind that. So yeah, it was Dead Presidents was it was
Yeah, that was the more I think about that one had a really good message too, because
it did.
I took from that how just the economic conditions for black folks, even now, but in that time it was so hard. It wasn't no real choices, or so they thought. And then when he joins, goes to Vietnam and just endures a whole different type of hell there, and then come back as a hero and couldn't get no real job, so he had to go back to hustling. And you see where that took him. Yeah, that was pretty deep movie. Yeah.
Sorry, so let me ask you this, Leland. Which character did you think you wanted to be, and who did you realize you actually were from any movie?
Wow. Which character that I wanted to be, and which one that I really am? We might have to go back. We might have to add TV shows with that one. Because the character that I see myself would want to be would probably be someone like a Tony Soprano.
Tony Soprano.
Not necessarily, not a gangster in a sense, but a powerful person.
Boss. Oh, you want to be a mob boss, huh?
Not a boss.
Bring him in here. You ain't got
not a mob boss, but more
so you
like
want to cut
boss.
fingers off and mail them to their spouse.
Right.
If I don't get my $10,000,
Wake up with a horse head in your man.
Yeah. No, somebody that has that level of power and respect. I wouldn't say mob boss, maybe a captain of industry. I mean, I'm making popcorn, so maybe I can be the next Redenbacher or somebody. But
yeah.
I guess when I say that, I guess I just mean a person of power who's worthy of respect and can get things done. But the person that I am maybe will probably be like now I got to go from The Sopranos to Breaking Bad. Yeah, because Walter White speaks to me in terms of a guy who was smart enough to be very successful in being legitimate, being in the being legit, but he chose to become successful in another area because of his fears and insecurities. Because he was just as smart, with his chemistry stuff, and he could have been rich with his with his original partner and the partner and and his wife, but out of ego and hubris, he decided not to. And then when they became rich, that kind of messed with his ego, and he took his knowledge of chemistry and to the other side and realized he was real good at that, and
Shit ton of money doing it too.
yep, and paid the price, for it. And that resonated well with me, not because I think I'm a super smart person, because I'm not, but just the idea of using my intellect to create a good living in life for myself, and going about it the traditional way sometimes seems like it's harder to do than it is to just get out there in the streets and do some hustling, so I feel like that's something that me as a person, I kind of struggle with. Not the fact that if I went out there, because I'm too old to be doing that type of shit, but when I was younger, I kind of had that push and pull. I was out there for a minute, but instead of doing that, I ended up going to college, getting a degree, and that didn't turn out the way I thought it would. I learned my first lesson that shit, preparation doesn't always guarantee success in the way that you think it will. So, and now that I'm 3, and I'm selling popcorn and building something with that, I realize, well, this could be just as good a path as any, and I don't have to rely on doing anything negative. So I would say I identify with those two characters, even though they're white and totally different, and
Yeah.
but I feel like it's a struggle with any male, and definitely black male, to make a living life, the kind of life that he wants, and you're always pushed being going this way or that way. So yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
man. Like I see you as a black chemist, because you be
Oh God.
no, listen, you be in your house, you get up early, and you're dedicated to making popcorn, and there's a science to it, right? Because you don't want to burn this shit. Nobody likes burning popcorn, right?
Oh no.
And then you experimenting with all these different flavors,
Yeah.
and it's working, because I mean, you go to the farmers market every Saturday, and you down in shit. Like I hit you up. I was like, hey, cuz I need Chicago. They cleaning me out. I'm like, damn.
I need that Chicago style.
My girl's no popcorn.
Need it.
I had to hit you up.
Right.
Need that supply,
Scratch your
cuz.
neck.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got these-
Itching and
I
scratching.
got
You
these
trying to get that
cheeseburgers,
20 quick.
I got these 2 cheeseburgers.
That's a little
cuz.
insider. They don't know shit about that. But no, so you put your heart and soul in this shit, and it's like the response is, these customers coming in and they cleaning you out because your product's fucking good. Dude,
Thank you.
it's fucking fantastic. I just want you to know that what you're doing, man, it's a wonderful thing, and you found something, you found a hobby, and you turn it kind of into like a passion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely trying. Definitely trying for sure.
But yeah,
for sure.
for
Thank you.
those who are listening, they like, you love popcorn, man. Go see my cuz. He's at the farmers market every Saturday. What time?
From 9 to 2.
9 to 2. Go get y'all some popcorn.
My kids love popcorn.
Yeah, you gotta bring the kids down there. The prices are fair too, so he ain't finna rob you. Prices are fair.
No.
Anything that you want, he got it. So, and then you can do. There's all types of vendors down there too. So, get down there, and walk down there, explore, and yeah. But make sure you stop and see cuz. But if you don't buy shit from him, you're gonna have a problem with me. So, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I said, I hope you get that what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. You get to that point where you can kind of like, do it full time, and then
Thank you.
just
Yeah.
leave
Thank
everything else behind, because that's the end goal, right? You want to be able to make enough money to
Make
stop
enough
working.
make enough money to to make films, and hopefully through the making of films, I achieve some kind of financial independence.
Hell yeah.
One or the other, because both of them are intertwined. I love watching movies and I love eating popcorn. So just taking two interests and trying to create a living that will hopefully at some point allow me some degree of financial independence, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because the older I get, I kind of have to redefine just what success and what some of these things mean. Because I'm not young, and I'm not young in a sense that where materialistic pursuits are what interest me, because they don't really. It's more like being more in control of my time and being able to help others and that kind of thing.
Not working for the man.
No, or just working if I want to. It's some degree of freedom in that, but just to have that mindset, you got to have your financial backing got to be secure at that point. So
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
trying to achieve that with the time that I have left.
So let me ask you this: what movie would you recommend to the younger generation to watch that has a powerful message behind it? Thinking now, like I'm putting them on the spot now.
I was thinking Malcolm X.
Malcolm X, that's a good one. That has a powerful message. But it's a lot of them. Even with all the stuff that Will Smith is going through, I like that movie, The Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good movie to that I would recommend, because it lets you know that shit ain't sweet. It's hard work.
Do not give up.
Yeah, do not give up.
It is not fucking sweet.
Well,
And he kind of he went through everything, every emotion in that movie, and it was sad to kind of so I probably shed a tear too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This man always crying.
It was deep.
Yeah, it was very deep.
It was.
Yeah,
it was super deep, but
especially when he broke his computer. Oh man.
Yeah. See, don't even get me started. John Q, that's another one too.
I gotta see that. I haven't seen that one.
You ever seen John?
I know.
We gotta cut this podcast.
I know.
We gotta cut it. You ain't never seen John Q?
That's probably one of the few Denzel movies that I have not seen yet, and it's on my list.
You misleading our listeners, man. I brought you on because you the OG. You know every movie, every one-liner, and you trying to tell me you haven't seen John Q?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'll put that on my list.
No, I encourage everyone who hasn't seen John Q to go see it, because this is a super powerful message.
How you gonna tell me I can't see my son?
Yeah, that scene right there cut me deep. That scene right there cut me deep, because as a parent, it's like, damn, I know what the fuck he's going through right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What the outside world is going through is like, the only thing that matters is now. And you gotta, whether it's your son, daughter, you gotta go see that individual now. So yeah, it's a very,
I almost sound like him a little bit.
Because you gotta go watch that, because it's a good movie.
Yeah, for his son to receive a heart transplant. Yeah, you know what? That was one of the movies that when it came out, I don't know why I didn't see it. It was definitely on my list to see.
You never got around to seeing it?
Never got around to seeing it.
Damn.
Yeah, made so many.
Last year watching all the Equalizers. Damn, shit is good.
I don't know which one's my favorite though. I would probably have to say the first one, because it's like, okay,
the third one he started slowing down.
Yeah, because it's kind of like the John Wick movies, right? You see the first one, it's like, okay, they're making a part two, and then you kind of know what they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? I would say the first one's my favorite, but I enjoyed them all though. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed them all, but the first one, if it wasn't for the first one, the other two when they came. So
Have you seen the series with Queen Latifah?
I have not. I didn't even know they made a series.
Yeah.
Oh, The Equalizer, yeah.
I didn't even know that. Nope. I have to check it out. Is it on? What's it on?
You can pop catch on Hulu.
Hulu. So I got them all. Hulu, HBO Max. I got Netflix. I'm bound to catch them on one of them.
'Cause I think it was on Fox when it first came out.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, because it was an 80s show, wasn't it? The Equalizer back in the 80s.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
was a TV show. Yeah, Denzel was he was a psycho damn near in the third one. Man, he was breaking folks. God, he was breaking folks off. I felt sorry for him. Shit, he was tearing folks up, man. Walker he was begging for their life. He just walking over him like, yeah, I told you, should have took the money. You sitting here on this funky ass flow. On the first one, when he had my man all broke up and he up here moaning and shit. He like, yeah, he's sitting there on this funky ass flow, and all you had to do should have took the money.
Once he started looking at that watch, it was over.
You should have.
Yeah.
Deal.
As soon as he started looking at that watch, it was over.
That's the best part. You get a countdown. You
Yep.
like
I was like, yeah, I know he finna whoop ass after this.
23 seconds.
Man.
Start.
All right, so let me ask you this, Leela, and then we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna ask Torian the same thing. Who was more impactful to you, John Singleton or Spike Lee?
I would have to say Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
For me, only because he started before Singleton, and he already kind of had a trilogy. Well, he had one great movie under his belt before Singleton even did Boys in the Hood, and that was Do the Right Thing. Classic, very influential movie. John Singleton, Boys in the Hood. That's my favorite movie of his out of all his body of work. And unfortunately, it was kind of sad that his life was cut short.
You did Boys in the Hood?
John Singleton,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was his debut.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep. That was
Yeah.
the movie that put him
Put him on the map.
that put him right on the map. And that was my favorite. That's his best movie to me. Spike got classics. I think
man.
and that's the only reason, because I think his body of work is more. He was able to make more, and he's still making movies. Singleton, very promising, and I feel like Coogler kind of took the baton from Singleton.
He did. Yep. I was gonna
Now
say,
he's
you
doing.
took- man, you took the words right out of my mouth. 'Cause I was just about to say that. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
Spike Lee goated. I mean, the list goes on. Malcolm X, Jungle Fever, Do the Right Thing,
Yeah.
Crooklyn. I mean, he got game.
Ooh, Crooklyn.
That's it.
Yeah.
The list just goes on and on and on. I love John Singleton, but I'll probably have to agree with you too. I'll have to go with Spike Lee as well. His, like you said, his body of work is kind of now, man. I think it's kind of unreachable. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you think of Spike Lee, man. Like I said, a lot of fucking heavy hitters when it comes to movies. Says a lot.
A lot. Shit.
And they're all
Denzel, you know.
informative. They all teach us something. You know what I'm saying? Not taking anything from John Singleton. It's like I said, John Singleton. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. Spike Lee. about you,
Yeah,
Torian?
he just wasn't blessed enough to have enough time to tell more stories, because he's right there. He's a peer. You know, he's Spike Lee's peer.
Yeah.
Definitely give him that. Because I mean, shit, Boys in the Hood, hell, Baby Boy, that is a serious movie about black male maturity. You know, Baby. I mean, it was deep right at the beginning. The crib, you know, I was like, I did not really know really the deeper meaning behind that term, and I was just wow. And you know, someone was like, "Where you can go? Yeah, I'm about to go to the crib."
Yeah, that's right. Call for your mama. Choke the shit out his ass. Mama.
Right. Want some breakfast?
Butt ass nigga drinking some Kool-Aid in the kitchen. Like, man,
Child, your flesh and blood. Not a thing
Yeah.
about Jody.
And then sitting there playing what was that song I was playing when he was cooking breakfast, Daddy's Home and shit.
yeah. Like, bro, come on, man.
But that was a deep movie, you know, because that's kind of like the relationship about, you know, with the black man and his mama and the other father figure, the you know, not his daddy. That was a deep movie. Yeah. So he definitely was cut from the same cloth. He just died too soon, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
What about you, Torian? Who'd you say your favorite black producer? Five seconds.
I'm not sure. I'm about to go with Ice Cube.
Shout out Ice Cube.
Okay.
Yeah, Cube Golden, man. He don't get enough credit, man.
He don't.
He don't get enough credit.
No, Cube is the guy though.
Yeah, he don't get enough credit. He's that's his son though. Like his son, I think his son don't get enough credit.
His son's in a lot of movies now.
Like the most recent one was Den of
Den of
Thieves
Thieves
2.
2?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You ever
That's
watch
definitely a good one.
you ever check out his podcast with on wrestling?
His son?
Yeah,
Huh.
he's a
You know,
man,
he
he's
did
a
a podcast.
yeah, he's a deep wrestling fan. I don't know the name of it, but yeah, he has a podcast, man. He's a super wrestling WWE fan. Yeah.
I don't know what when I think of Cube,
Yeah, my little sister didn't know he rap.
yeah, she really need her black card pulled.
She was like, I didn't know Ice Cube rap. I'm like, yeah, he rapping since the 80s.
Yeah, so I would have to say, because everybody was on probably say like Friday. Cube's like,
All About the Benjamins to me was like one of my favorite ones.
yeah, that one, and then Leland gonna probably know this one, Dangerous Grounds.
Yeah, I remember that one. He was out of his depth with that one though.
Yeah,
I laugh every time I watch that movie
I
because
never heard of him.
yeah, it's underrated, but
Yeah.
that one kind of sticks out. I enjoyed that one. It was just basically just a action thriller.
Yeah, it
Cube
was
in it.
it was entertaining. It was that the one with when he was supposedly back in his days a South African
Yeah,
revolutionary. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, what
yeah,
no
because it says here an action thriller starring Ice Cube as a South African freedom fighter who returns home
Yeah,
14 years
yeah.
to find his brother involved in Johannesburg drug scene, leading him to team up with brother stripper girlfriend Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah, that shit don't hold up. That shit don't hold up at all. But I mean, I remember watching it because Vane Rhames, he was in there too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, man. Even though there was some funny parts up in there, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one again for shits and giggles.
Yeah,
That was
it's just basically that's what all it is. The shits and giggles movie. You want to get a good laugh? We'll check out
Yeah.
Dangerous Grounds. But yeah, man, we appreciate you coming on the podcast, cuz
Right.
for real, and kind of
appreciate it, man. It was an honor, man. So yeah.
educating us on some of the movies that you were intrigued by coming up, and hopefully with having you on the podcast today, some of our listeners kind of go back and watch some of the movies that that were in your top 5 if they haven't already. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Thank
we
you.
definitely appreciate you, cuz, and
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, no problem. And we will we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man.
Before we do that, I gotta do something. I gotta send a shout out to my little sister Maddie.
Shout out little sister Maddie.
All right, all right.
On me. Brother, I had to go get air in my tire. I had a flat tire. So I went to the car shop and they put air in my tire. But they charged me $150. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah. They gave me a premium air. They said that's supposed to go out. I said, bro, you did not. I said, you did not pay no money to get air in your tire. She said, yeah. She was like, it's not supposed to go out and all that. I'm like, bro.
Not the premium air.
Premium air. I said, you got the receipt. Normally I can't get food.
Yeah.
She sold it.
Man.
She was like, I don't know. Like, I said, you got the receipt? She said, yeah. I said, well, tomorrow go with Johnny and talk to the manager and get your money back. She was like, bro, I'm just playing with you. It's a prank. You got from TikTok. I said, you motherfucker.
Not the premium air. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need air in your tires, make sure you go out and get the premium air.
Look, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Shit, that's a sign of things to come. There,
I said, you can't be that dumb to spend $150 on air where it's supposed to be free.
Yeah, that's a little outrageous. Yeah, that's crazy. Like if you, I think you deserved to pay that if you know what I'm saying. If you got tricked into thinking air costs that much.
I said, man, they robbed you.
She got robbed blind. Yeah.
Shout out to Maddie.
Shout out to Maddie, man. All right, that concludes our episode, man. Thoughts from a balcony, man, with our special guest, my cousin Leland Wyrick.
Thank you.
Leland, we appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna get some popcorn from you.
Likewise.
All right, cuz you take care, man. We out.
All right, y'all too. All right.
Peace.
Peace.